Hello, my name is Dr. Zulkifli Ismail. I'm a consultant pediatrician and I chair the Positive Parenting Management Committee, which is under the Malaysian Pediatric Association. I'm here to answer the internet's most asked questions about influenza. Is influenza a viral infection? Absolutely. Influenza is indeed a viral infection that's caused by the influenza virus. There are three main types: influenza A, B, and C. A and B are the ones we often hear about as they are the main viruses that cause widespread illness in humans worldwide. In contrast, influenza C usually causes milder symptoms and isn't as common. As a respiratory virus, influenza spreads primarily through respiratory droplets like when someone sneezes or coughs, or by touching surfaces that are contaminated by the virus. Is influenza dangerous for my child? Yes and no. Influenza can be mild in some children, and common symptoms include fever, body aches, headaches, sore throat, cough, fatigue, and nasal congestion. In some cases, it can even lead to nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which leads to dehydration. Generally, it's usually not severe and can be treated with early antiviral medication. However, young children are considered a high-risk group for developing severe influenza symptoms and its complications. For example, some children can develop lung infections known as pneumonia, infection of the respiratory tract leading to the lungs known as bronchiolitis or bronchitis, and sinuses or ear infections. In more severe cases, this can lead to inflammation of the heart or brain, even multi-organ failure. So in some cases, influenza can be very dangerous for children. Is influenza the same as a common cold? No. Parents, it's crucial to remember influenza is not the same as the common cold. While both share similar symptoms like sore throat, running nose, and fever, they're caused by different viruses. Influenza usually affects children more severely, leaving them feeling much worse than with a cold. Another key difference is that unlike a cold, where kids maintain their appetite and energy levels, influenza often brings fatigue and loss of appetite. To be certain, speak with a pediatrician or your doctor and consider testing. While there's no specific test for the common cold, there are tests to detect influenza infections, and there are specific treatment as well. Can influenza infect me? Yes, influenza can affect anyone. It does not discriminate. But it's important to know what certain high-risk groups are more likely to be infected. For example, children under 5 years old are at an increased risk of being infected. But they're not alone. Other high-risk groups, including pregnant women, older individuals, and those with chronic medical conditions or weakened immune systems are also vulnerable. In fact, more and more older adults are getting infected now, especially with their comorbidities or other health conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure or hypertension, or heart diseases. Can influenza be prevented? Yes, there are many prevention measures available to keep your family safe. Firstly, practice general prevention methods every day. These include good respiratory etiquette, which means covering any cough with a tissue, and personal hygiene, for example, by washing your hands frequently with soap and water. Often overlooked, maintaining a healthy immune system is also crucial. This can be done by ensuring your family gets enough rest and follows a balanced diet. Second, influenza vaccines are also available for everyone aged 6 months and above. Plus, influenza vaccines can also be provided to pregnant mothers in order to protect newborns and mothers alike. By taking these steps, you and your family can significantly reduce the risk of influenza. So stay healthy and stay protected. When is influenza season? We often hear that the influenza season coincides with the winter months, but for obvious reasons, this is not true in Malaysia. Unlike some countries, Malaysia does not have a set influenza season. Infections may vary across regions, but influenza is present all year round. On top of that, influenza viruses are constantly mutating, changing their game. So it makes it even more important to stay vigilant year-round and ensure that you and your family are regularly implementing the necessary preventive measures in your lives. When is influenza vaccine given for children? Unlike other childhood vaccines which are on the National Immunization Program, the influenza vaccine is an additional recommended vaccine. The influenza vaccine is available for anyone aged over 6 months. If your child is under 9 years old and receiving the vaccine for the first time, they'll need a second dose, usually 4 weeks later. For everyone else, 1 dose is enough. It's crucial to get the influenza vaccine every year for 2 main reasons. Firstly, the vaccine is updated annually to protect against the latest strain of influenza virus. Secondly, protection from the vaccine can decrease over time, so yearly vaccinations help to boost your child's immunity, as well as your own and your parents' immunity if you are getting it for yourselves as well. To give your family protection, consider the influenza vaccine annually. For more information about influenza or the influenza vaccination for children, speak with your pediatrician. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to watch other ParentFlix videos and subscribe to our channel for more educational health videos. See you soon. Bye.